This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. It is June the 15th, 5 a.m. I'm Ray Collins. Jacqueline is off for the rest of the week. John Scalzi's in place, though, and a typical summertime pattern continues, John.
Yeah, pretty much. We're going to, excuse me, we're going to throw into the mix, though, a little upper level system as well. So it only helps to enhance our rainfall chance today. So showers and thunderstorms are pretty much in the lock. We do have some cloud cover out there this morning. The cloud cover should give way to sunshine pretty quickly, though. And that will help to boost our temperatures once again to a very nice, warm, I'd say near 90 temperature, and a lot of humidity as well. Showers ongoing at this hour, a few of them local. We'll detail them for you in just a few minutes. Back to you, Ray.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Thank you. Checking the map first off in Manatee County. Looks like a little bit of a red spot there at 14th Street West and Cortez. Very slow light there at any time. Now there's a little red indicator this morning. Farther south on the maps into Sarasota County, we can see a couple of spots of concern. One on 41 northbound as you leave the Bee Ridge area in front of the renovated mall there. And also on Clark Road heading westbound around Honore. Checking farther south, all clear at 5:02 on your Thursday morning. Our top story, the Washington Post is reporting that Special Counsel Robert Mueller is investigating President Trump for possible obstruction of justice. Mueller is already involved in the Russia investigation. The report cites anonymous sources who were briefed on requests made by investigators. A spokesman for Trump's personal lawyer says the FBI leak of information regarding the president is outrageous and illegal. Accusations of obstruction arose last month when Trump fired FBI Director James Comey. Comey testified in a Senate hearing last week that he believed he was fired because of the Russian investigation. New developments overnight about the man who opened fire on Republican congressmen playing softball yesterday morning. President Trump visited the injured congressman last night in the hospital. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has more from Alexandria.
A blaze of gunshots fired at Republican congressmen at a baseball diamond, just 8 miles from Capitol Hill in Alexandria, Virginia. The gunshots erupted at 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. 26 Republican members of Congress practicing for their annual charity baseball game against Democrats, some seeking refuge in the dugout.
There's also a victim down in the baseball field.
That victim, Congressman Steve Scalise of Louisiana, with a rifle shot to the left hip, medevaced off the field. The House Majority Whip's Capitol Police security detail, 2 agents firing back at the shooter from behind an SUV, according to witnesses. Both officers injured. Within minutes, local police joining in the gun battle. The shooter, 66-year-old James Hodgkinson, is down at 7-14. The unemployed Illinois man had reportedly been in the Washington area for a couple of months, living out of his van, and had a long and public history of anti-Trump and anti-Republican rhetoric.
There was an individual, middle-aged Caucasian male, that asked us, hey, is that Republicans, Democrats, what? And we're like Republicans. And then he kind of turned and went towards the field.
Unclear if that was Hodgkinson asking the question, but he is now dead. In all, 4 shot. The congressman, one of the Capitol Police officers, a staffer, and lobbyists. 2 others injured. Overnight, President Trump and the First Lady met with doctors at the hospital treating Representative Scalise and the Capitol Hill police officer. It wasn't just the field here hit with gunfire, car windows, local businesses, the local YMCA down the street, their windows shattered by bullets. As for the game that lawmakers were practicing for, that charity game is still on for tonight at Nationals Park. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Alexandria, Virginia.
Meantime, our 2 Suncoast congressmen are both in Washington right now. Congressman Tom Rooney was at that practice but left about 5 minutes before that shooting broke out. Congressman Vern Buchanan posted a statement on Facebook saying, "My staff and I are safe, praying for Steve Scalise, congressional staff, and Capitol police officers involved." Also developing overnight, survivors of that towering inferno in London gathered in unity outside their burned-out high-rise. Volunteers have been pitching in, giving clothes, food, water, offering shelter to those who lost their homes in that 24-story blaze. Many fled for their lives with just the clothes on their back. At least 12 were killed, 79 injured. early yesterday morning, but firefighters say that death toll could rise as they search for more victims. Back in this area, firefighters in Bradenton still trying to figure out what caused a fire on Tuesday night at a business. A vape shop caught fire about 7 o'clock Tuesday night on 26th Street West. The 2-alarm fire spread through the shop right across the street from the Cedar Hammock Fire Department. The building sustained heavy fire damage to the structure and the attic. In fact, caused about $250,000 in damage. No injuries reported. Update now on the North Bridge at Siesta Key. It's back open this morning. Sarasota police closed it last night due to a serious 3-car crash near the bridge about 7 o'clock. Our Rick Adams has details.
The scene was a mangled mess of vehicles. 3 cars involved in a crash on Heigl Avenue on Siesta Key. One of the vehicles actually split in half. For Stacy Holmes and his wife, they ride their bikes on this road frequently. They were shocked to see what had happened.
Crazy. I can't believe how many cars are involved here.
4 people were sent to the hospital with serious to critical injuries. Police say it does appear that at least one of the vehicles was going too fast. The area where the crash happened has a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit.
We do believe that speed was a factor in this crash, and so based on that, they're taking measurements, trying to piece together exactly what happened, speaking to witnesses that may have seen what occurred, and so we're just piecing that all together as part of the investigation.
The crash did shut down the North Bridge to Siesta Key, forcing drivers to take the South Bridge onto the island. Authorities are continuing with their investigation. On Siesta Key, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Indeed, a dangerous curve there. Again, the North Bridge to Siesta Key is reopened this morning. A victim of a recent hit and run is speaking out after she says it took police in Sarasota more than 2 weeks to begin an investigation. Jennifer Manis was on her way to work last month when a car turned off Tamiami Trail, hit her, and drove off. The entire thing was caught on surveillance video. You see it right there. It happened at Bee Ridge and 41. While officers from Sarasota Police did arrive on the scene, Manis says a full investigation didn't begin for 16 days.
We had to get the footage ourselves and pick it up, and then they finally looked at it, and that's when they put it online.
Investigators did receive an anonymous tip that matched the suspect's car, but with no way to prove who was behind the wheel at the time. The case is now inactive, they say, until more information becomes available. New this morning, students who took the advanced placement test at a Manatee County high school may not be counted. According to the Bradenton Herald, the AP tests that were taken at Manatee High School were canceled because an unauthorized person was in the room during the test. The district notified families yesterday. More than 200 students are affected by this. And those students will have to retake the test on June 29th. Manatee High is offering review sessions for the AP test that week. Those who don't pass the test can't receive college credit for the course. Also in Manatee County, a change of government is being considered. Commissioners held a public workshop last night to discuss the possibility of turning Manatee into a charter government. Now, that means charters give counties more control over regional affairs by moving privileges, powers, and duties from the state to the county. At least 20 counties already in Florida have adopted a charter form of government. A temporary setback for plans to upgrade a Gulfside park in Bradenton Beach. The city wants to enhance the Katie Parola Sunset Park on Gulf Drive North. Plans include better landscaping, moving the park's sign closer to the street, and also replacing the old ropes and bollards in the ground. But the mayor says they just found out they have to rezone that park first before work can be done.
So now that's going to be a little hindrance. It'll slow us up a little bit on our plans. We'll have to go through the rezoning change, and then we'll be able to proceed with an improvement area, or improvements for Katie Parola Park.
This park is currently zoned residential. The mayor expects improvements to be complete before the start of the next tourist season. By the way, Katie Parola is a recent mayor of Bradenton Beach. And another park could be coming to Manatee County. Schroeder Manatee is offering to donate land from the premier sports campus to the county. As part of the deal, the land will be donated in exchange for compensation for improvements being made to the sports campus. Schroeder Manatee Ranch is also requesting that a 36-acre piece of land be used for a new aquatic center and parking space within the next 5 years. New developments in the efforts to bring the Atlanta Braves to Northport for spring training. According to the West Villages Improvement District, the Braves spring training complex will make nearly $2 billion in impact for the region during the 30-year contract. The developers, the city of Northport, Sarasota County, and the Braves are requesting a $20 million grant from the state to help with construction costs. That impact study is part of the application process. Happening today, another daring stunt from the Wallenda family. In about 3.5 hours, Arendira Wallenda, wife of Nick, plans to hold on by her teeth as a helicopter carries her over Niagara Falls. Today's stunt is on the 5th year anniversary of Nick's walk over the falls, and she says it's also an empowering moment for the wife and daredevil.
Just to let women and mothers know that never give up on your passions. Like, being an aerialist is everything to me.
Arendira's stunt should last about 5 to 7 minutes. It starts at 8:30 a.m. this morning, and I am from that region. It's causing a big stir up there in Buffalo, Niagara.
I bet traffic will come to a standstill.
Yes,
no
it will.
doubt.
Yeah.
Well, she's got a nice smile, so I guess she's got a good set of choppers there. And
you check that.
So it'll all be fine, I'm sure.
That's right.
It'll all be fine. Looking at some pretty nice weather shaping up for us, I think today, tomorrow, next couple of days. It's going to be the same sort of wet weather that we have had in the afternoons. But most of the day will be fine, you know, sunny if you want to get out there and maybe take a jog on the beach. The morning time is the way to do it.
Yes, in the afternoon things start to change.
Quickly, too. We'll talk about that.
All right, also still ahead, John. Linda Carson has a sneak peek of a show starring another local daredevil. We'll have that story. And a late night scare at a South Carolina terminal that has the FBI stepping in. That story at 5:33.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
For years, I told everyone my Craftmatic adjustable bed was the greatest until I got the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has an adjustable pillow feature that's awesome. You're gonna want one too when you see how little they cost.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest, bedside power plugs, underbed night lights, and more. Available in all mattress types with optional heat and soothing massage for as much as half the price of Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. Adjust the rising pillow feature to help align your head, neck, and shoulders. See for yourself with our 30-day in-home trial. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-237-0214. That's 1-800-237-0214. Call 1-800-237-0214. Call now.
I'm Alan Cohn. Keeping young talent on the Suncoast. Graduation season is here, but why are so many millennials eager to leave the area? We'll investigate.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, there you go. As a testament to the fact that every cloud has a silver lining, last night, just before sunset, a beautiful, beautiful rainbow made its appearance. Absolutely gorgeous, with the sun setting in the west at about 8:30. This showed up about 8:05, and it's just glorious, reflecting some of the setting suns of the clouds, some of the setting colors of the sun. The clouds added to the beauty of that rainbow, and it was just a very pretty sight. Thanks for sending that picture in. That's available at our website, mysuncoast.com. Check it out there. 73-degree air temperature, 2.71. East wind coming in at about 5. I think today we'll have another good chance of seeing showers and thunderstorms build. Some of the motion of the storms, I think, a little bit later on might be a little more erratic than the last couple of days, when the motion has been pretty well able to be determined in advance. And the reason for that is we have a little upper level low that's also going to add to the mix of our rain shower chances today and to steer some of the storms. 72 Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka Parish, Bradenton at 73, so is Lakewood Ranch, Northport at 73, and along the coast just a little bit warmer with 75 Longboat Key and 74 is in Venice and Inglewood. So if you look at the water vapor imagery, you can still see that there's plenty of moisture over the state of Florida. The dry air located back to the west, trying to advance in this direction, but not having much of a chance of doing that. Still deep tropical moisture located over the peninsula, which will help support, again, showers and thunderstorms. You notice the cloud pattern, you get almost a feel of a kind of a swirl here, counterclockwise swirl. Well, we've got a low pressure area that's spinning around here. And that low pressure area is going to help enhance our rainfall chances today and also steer a few of the storms. Building in inland areas later in the afternoon as the sea breeze starts to build. And I think, again, like yesterday's, I mentioned we get a little bit of sunshine, and that starts our sea breeze a little bit earlier, and we get our showers and thunderstorms building a little earlier. Same thing again today. Building inland in the middle of the afternoon. A few of these storms might actually build back toward the coastline as well. So everybody gets a chance of rain again today. Although I think, like yesterday, the majority of the heavy rain will fall in inland areas east of the interstate. And then tomorrow, maybe a spotty morning shower followed by, again, afternoon showers and thunderstorms building inland. And the same thing on Saturday morning, a few scattered showers near the coast in the morning. High pressure, the dominant weather feature at the surface, bringing us a easterly wind. Sinking a little bit further to the south, our winds turn a little bit more to the south, southeast, and that collides with our sea breeze and brings in those showers in the afternoon. So sun-cloud mix, afternoon thunderstorms, and again shifting winds. We have some showers in progress, light stuff right now, mostly drizzle between Osprey and Venice. These aren't moving very much, and they're not very heavy, so don't expect much more than just a little bit of light drizzle on the roadways. And the rain showers that are out in Gulf waters are just really tending to stay put. They're not showing a whole lot of movement, and I think they'll pretty much rain out right in place. So the forecast, looking like this, calls for a daytime high today in the upper 80s with about a 50% chance of rain. We'll continue to monitor the tropics. Next work week, we may be looking at a low pressure area well to our south in Gulf waters. And the Hurricane Center has now upped the chance of that from 20% to 40%. Ray?
Oh boy. Okay, thank you, John. Look at that, already 301 northbound and southbound, showing quite a bit of buildup for 519 in the morning. Something going on there, both in the northbound and southbound lanes at State Road 70. Checking farther south now on the map into Sarasota County. We'll see something going on there on Clark Road as you head toward the interstate around Honore. Otherwise pretty smooth right now in that section of Sarasota County. And our South County map will show us nothing much to speak of at 519 on your Thursday morning. Plenty of birthday celebrations yesterday for the American flag. Here on the Suncoast, retired military veterans from the Manatee County Veterans Council retired Old Glory at the American Legion in Bradenton on Flag Day. The flag was burned in a professional ceremonial fashion with a 21-gun salute. Kind of strange to see. Yeah, burning the flag can have negative images in some minds, but veterans say it is not meant to be that way.
When a flag is worn out and can no longer serve us as a serviceable flag, then it has to be properly retired, and that's how you do it. Nobody can take that flag from us, and that flag will be properly disposed of and retire it as we do as Americans for our flag.
Flag Day marks the formal adoption of the Stars and Stripes as the American flag back in 1777. Sarasota is lucky to have more than its share of international celebrities living here on the Suncoast. One of them is sharing his talents locally for the next few weeks. Our Linda Carson has the story of Bello Knock.
Ladies and gentlemen, a true magician is a man who is Bello.
The show's called Incredibello.
It's based around this guy with foot-tall hair, 16 Guinness Book of World Records. They say international circus superstar, but it's more about me and my family.
Because Incredibello also stars Bello's daughter.
My daughter Annalise, who's a Guinness Book of World Record holder also, is in the show. P.D. Weissman in a German wheel and on the high wire. And our host and voice and good looks, David Shipman, a former Ringling Brothers ringmaster.
Bello, is this your card?
Nope. Annalise travels with her dad full-time, performing all over the world. It's in her blood.
I knew from the moment I could walk that this is what I wanted to do.
Bello has no fear when he's up there, but he watches like a very protective dad when Annalise is performing.
Because in live entertainment, there's no take two, there's no CGI, there's no second guessing it.
Annalise is fine.
We train and do a trick 100 times before we even think about putting it in a show, and we train ourselves to make these crazy stunts almost our second nature.
P.D. Weissman performs on the German wheel,
which is kind of like a human hamster wheel, if you could imagine. It's kind of two 6-foot steel wheels put together by little cross beams, and you are doing cartwheels in and out, flipping around, all sorts of different things just to articulate the wheel and myself and all across the stage.
Bello is his mentor.
Me and Bello go back a few years. He came, I am actually from Minnesota originally, and I was part of a circus school up there, and he would come and coach us and show us new things.
The historic Oslo stage is not high or wide enough for Bello's usual act, so he built a new device to make his act fit.
I'm gonna walk on the high wire, lay down. One of a guy's headstands, the splits on a high wire. I stand on a chair, 6 chairs high doing a handstand. A new apparatus that I built just for this performance, a sway pole. And it's inside the historic Oslo Theater, and it's just amazing.
No wonder they call this clown a daredevil. Incredibello at the historic Oslo Theater through July 29th. It's only an hour show, and you'll be on your feet begging for more. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
He is indeed truly a talent and a great guy, too. If you need a new job, the place to be is the Hyatt Regency in Sarasota today. They're hosting a job fair. The hotel looking to fill spots in the kitchen, engineering, maintenance, events, front office, guest services. Apply for these jobs in advance. It runs from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. today at the Hyatt on Sarasota's Bayfront. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, one couple's affection for each other is only rivaled by their love of tech products. We'll explain. And air travel is on the rise, but are passengers really enjoying their flying experiences? A new government report answers that question coming up.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
Welcome back, 5:26 right now. Consumer Reports is out with a list of the best smartphones. Is your phone on it? Details in this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Samsung versus Apple.
Consumer Reports says the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus are much better smartphones than the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. Magazine singling out the bright and colorful displays, good battery life, and stunning cameras.
Apple's iPhone 8 models come out this fall. And Facebook is celebrating the 30th birthday of the GIF by giving all users the ability to post GIFs in their comments, not just their updates.
Oh yeah, by the way, the creator of the GIF clarified only yesterday that it is pronounced GIF, not GIF.
But the G stands for graphic. It should be GIF. It's
his creation.
And what better way to show that special someone they're the apple of your eye than spending the best day of your lives at an Apple store?
A super couple in Singapore stopped by the Apple store there to take some wedding photos.
Look, she's all in white, so's the rest of the store. Those are your Tech Bites.
Right.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Walgreens.
Summer took a hit this morning when Frankie popped the alligator floaty. Plus, snacks and drinks are gone, people. And one of us used up all the sunscreen. I wonder who. We're gonna need some reinforcements, quick.
Copy that. Walgreens makes it easy when summer needs a little help. Your summer base camp is just around the corner, so you can get in, out, and back to those summer shenanigans. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy. This week, redeem Balance Rewards points and get a coupon for 10 times everyday points.
Would you believe my boy used to have food sensitivities? But then we fed him Blue Basics, and he's never looked or felt better.
If your dog has food sensitivities, it's time to try limited ingredient Blue Basics.
Does your makeup remover take it all off? Every kiss-proof, cry-proof, stay-proof look? Neutrogena Makeup Remover does. It erases 99% of your most stubborn makeup with one towelette.
Need any more proof than that?
Neutrogena.
The top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, give me one chance. I'm gonna make it, give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess?
You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, an overnight bomb scare prompts the FBI to investigate a Coast Guard terminal in South Carolina. The governor looking to appoint new Supreme Court justices before leaving office, but one watchdog group is hoping to change his mind on that one. And some new high earnings for Tesla cars. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, 5:32 right now on this Thursday morning. I'm Ray Collins. Jacqueline is off today. John Scalzi is in place with details of another, don't tell me, rain this afternoon, John.
Go figure.
What do you know?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, actually we do. We have some rain in progress right now, actually.
Really?
Yeah, between Osprey and Venice, we're seeing a few scattered showers out there. Nothing really heavy, like drizzle, intermittent windshield washer kind of, windshield wiper kind of rain showers, so not too bad. But we do have some cloud cover around during these early morning hours caused by a little upper level system. Those clouds, I think, will give way to a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Some showers in progress out in Gulf waters will stay there. That's not a threat to land. We're looking at a daytime high that tops out in the upper 80s with another good, solid chance of showers. Talk about that in the tropics in just a minute, Ray.
All right, John, talk to you soon. That previous problem on 301 by 70 has since cleared itself up, apparently. Bit of a slowdown there and now on 70 in the eastbound lanes as you cross over 301. Farther south now into Sarasota County. Nothing much. The only issue I see is actually on the Bayfront, actually at the Mound and the 301-41 split by Sarasota Ford and Publix right there. Otherwise, nothing major to speak of. Farther south on the maps now in South County, all clear at 5:33 on your Thursday morning. Developing now, the FBI is investigating reports of a possible bomb scare in South Carolina. The Coast Guard claims a dirty bomb was found on a ship at the Wando Terminal. That's in Mount Pleasant. It contained a combination of conventional explosives and radioactive material. The terminal was evacuated. So far, no radiation has been found. We are learning more about a UPS worker who shot and killed 3 co-workers yesterday in San Francisco. A union official says that Jimmy Lamb filed a grievance complaining he was receiving too much overtime back in March and requested that UPS relieve him of those hours. They didn't. Lamb reportedly wasn't angry at the time. That's why many say they couldn't understand why he would open fire on his colleagues at a meeting, killing them and himself.
Circumstances are strange. I don't know, just there's a lot of bad energy in there. If you see someone stressed out, ask them if they're doing okay, and pray, meditate, everyone.
Lamb targeted 3 fellow UPS drivers. A little farther south in California, an overnight police chase of stolen police cars ends in 2 crashes and 2 arrests in Los Angeles. 2 police cars stolen led to 2 separate pursuits. One car crashed in the intersection. The other crashed at a different intersection. A man and woman were arrested. No word yet whether anybody was injured or how this whole thing broke out in the first place. Back on the East Coast, the search continues for 2 missing inmates who killed 2 prison guards in Georgia earlier this week. Photos now being released of those guards. Sergeant Christopher Monica and Curtis Ballou were transporting inmates in a prison bus on Tuesday when 2 escaped and killed them. The inmates who you just saw, Donnie Rowe and Ricky DuBose, were both serving long sentences for armed robbery and other convictions. The stolen Honda Civic they carjacked was found behind a drugstore yesterday. The FBI is offering a $115,000 reward for information that leads to their recapture and arrest. Here at home, Sarasota police need your help to track down a wanted fugitive. Take a look now. This is 23-year-old Brenson Stevens. He's wanted for sexual battery and larceny. If you can help, call the police department or Crime Stoppers at 366-TIPS. New this morning, a battle is just starting to brew at the state capitol. This one's not going to go away for a while. The League of Women Voters trying to stop Governor Rick Scott from appointing 3 state Supreme Court justices on the day he leaves office. That's not until January of 2019. The League and the government watchdog group Common Cause filed a petition with the Supreme Court. They say his successor should make the appointment instead. Age limits are forcing 3 justices to retire on the day the governor leaves office in January of 2019. But if the governor gets his way, the 7-member court will consist of 6 conservative judges. Stay tuned. The governor signed 28 bills into law yesterday. Among them was a law requiring state colleges and universities be more transparent about student loan debt and provide students with more information on their loans every year. The governor vetoed a bill that would have required the state to cover 100% of tuition costs for top-performing high school students who attend a state university or college. The governor says he didn't sign it because it would place too many restrictions on the state's colleges. He also argues that the state budget he signed increases Bright Futures awards for the coming school year, but that change is not permanent. By the way, overall, the governor is vetoing $37 million from the state budget. It's expected to impact the state's battle on citrus greening, including here on the Suncoast. The funds being cut would have reimbursed local farmers for crops destroyed by greening. The owner of Mixon Farms in Bradenton is frustrated. He says funding almost always goes toward research and not those working in the groves.
The problem is the growers themselves have not seen any of that funding come down to our level. It's not being dispersed to the growers to help us replant.
Mixon is working with a handful of local citrus growers, reaching out to Congressman Vern Buchanan for assistance. For the first time in a decade, the red snapper season has been extended. The restarted season begins Friday in federal waters and will continue through Labor Day. The catch is that recreational snapper fishing in state waters will be only on weekends. Gulf state officials praise the decision, but an environmental group and a Charter Captains Association estimates that anglers will take nearly triple their allotted quota, potentially canceling next year's recreational season entirely. Interesting story out of Tampa this morning involving lawyers already. A bakery is accusing a company of making faulty pans that destroyed a dessert, and now they want to take them to court over this. Yeah, Alessi Bakeries purchased about $36,000 in pans from U.S. Foods Incorporated. They're claiming a new undisclosed component caused the pans to warp. They used pans to bake about $120,000 worth of cakes. That's a lot of dough. But the pans didn't support the weight, and the cakes were deformed, they say. The bakery is seeking damages for the cake and their money back for the pans as well. Well, the skies might be friendly, but those flying them are angry. The number of complaints about airline service took off in April. More than 1,900 complaints were filed against major airlines. The biggest issue? Cancellations, delays, and also missed connections. The ground electric car company Tesla is riding high. Shares are up by 75% so far this year. Tesla is now worth $62 billion. That's more than GM, Ford, Honda, and BMW. There are only 3 automakers on the planet with a higher market value than Tesla, and they are Toyota, Daimler, and Volkswagen. Meantime, in Iowa, a vehicle of another kind is being shown off to the public. This is Robert Young Weber. Well, that's not. Those who know him will tell you he's a big Batman fan, and he's got quite a collection. Among it, the Batmobile. And yes, he actually drives it around Iowa. It comes with a Bluetooth, a backup camera, and a sound system that mimics a jet engine. It even has a working flamethrower as well. His wife bought it for him as a gift 6 years ago, but he says there are some challenges driving the Batmobile.
Looking through the windows, it's like looking through a fishbowl, and depth perception is thrown off because of the long hood. So if you make a sharp turn, it's kind of tough. You almost have to have a second person when you pull into the garage.
Robert shows his car off at Comic-Cons across the country about once a year. Replicas like his typically run anywhere from $190,000 to $250,000. And we had one in our back parking lot. I'm not sure that was his or a replica about a month ago, the Suncoast View.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure either whether that was one of the original 4 or not. But what's weird is that he's saying he drives it around town, but you can't see out of the windshields and you can't make a turn. So I'm thinking, is that what Batman approved?
Well, we'd be remiss not to mention that Adam West, Batman himself, passed away last week.
He did.
88, I think.
He did, yeah. Fine actor, good guy.
Adam West.
Yeah, apparently a very good guy, very philanthropist.
And such an unusual delivery, didn't he?
Too bad. He certainly did.
Yes. Imitation, maybe?
No. I was about to, but I decided better. We have some showers in the forecast for you later on today, and the threat of some tropical development as well. We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay, John, also some refreshing news for parents with preemies. Details next in Health Smart.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
isn't it? Why is
heroin so
bad?
addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy. I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at an air temperature coming in at about 73 with a dew point close to it at 71. Consequently, our relative humidity is way high at 93%. That feels very humid outside. We have a little bit of cloud cover as well. The cloud cover keeping fairly uniform temperatures across the region with 73 in Arcadia, same thing in Bradenton Parish, Mayaca, 72 in Punta Gorda. A little bit warmer right along the immediate coast, it's true. 77 in Longboat Key, 75 in Venice, and 76 degrees in Inglewood. Across the region, this little bit of cloud cover kind of hugging our coastline here, caused by a little upper level disturbance that's enhancing rainfall out in Gulf waters this morning. Those rain showers really not moving all that much. Now, we do have a little patch of drizzle that's ongoing around Osprey, between Osprey and Venice. Nothing really heavy there, but nevertheless, it's around. Certainly no lightning pops or anything like that, but we'll continue to watch that kind of fade away over the course of the next 15-20 minutes. Showers out in Gulf waters are going to pretty much stay there. There's just not a whole lot of movement with these showers. If there's any at all, it's to the north and it's paralleling the coast, but it's very slow. So high pressure will remain again today, just located a little to our north, kind of drifting out into Gulf waters, bringing us a shifting wind. Initially, it will be east, switching to the southeast. Then we'll watch a southwest wind develop with a sea breeze as showers and thunderstorms build. When those two winds, our sea breeze and the southeast wind, collide. They butt up against each other. We get a rising column of air, and that's when the skies darken and the thunderstorms begin. Those storms, because of that little upper level spin in our atmosphere, may actually have a somewhat erratic motion a little bit later on today, so we'll watch for that. Bottom line is, most anyone will see rainfall, but the heaviest of the rain will probably be located in inland areas. A sun cloud makes afternoon thunderstorms and those shifting winds. Now, the Hurricane Center continues to monitor a couple of areas of disturbed weather, one coming off the African coast will drift east, and another in the Western Caribbean may develop here by the end of the weekend. Now, this one in particular has been given now a 40% chance, this zone here, of development over the course of the next 5 days. If a system did develop here, it would have to cross the Yucatan to emerge out into Gulf waters. But there are some models indicating, in fact, the three big ones continuing to indicate that that may indeed be the case. If it was, it would only enhance our southeasterly wind flow because of a big ridge of high pressure that sits out in the Atlantic. So what does that mean? It means more rainfall for us. But the low pressure area itself, any kind of a tropical system here, would most likely move toward Mexico and bring them some heavy rainfall. We'll wait, we'll watch, we'll keep you updated on what happens with that storm. But just again, a good reminder that it is now the time in hurricane season that you develop your plan of action should a hurricane threaten the peninsula. And there's no indication right now that it would at this time. A 50% chance of showers for the next several days, increasing next week to about 70%. Back to you, Ray.
Thank you, John. There's always some issues somewhere on State Road 70. This time it's between 14th Street West, which is also called US 41, and US 301. There's the issue right there in the eastbound lanes. Farther south now into Sarasota County. Nothing much beyond some slowdowns in both directions on Clark Road, particularly we see in the westbound lanes as you just get started after the interstate there. And our South County map will reveal nothing much to speak of at 5:49 on your Thursday morning. Some encouraging news for preemies and their families in our health news this morning. Most premature babies are ready to begin kindergarten on time and perform as well as full-termers in subsequent years. That's according to a study by Northwestern University researchers on babies born here in Florida from 1992 to 2002. Of the babies studied, 65% were considered kindergarten ready on time, which is not too far off the 85% rate for full-time babies. Your pantry contains remedies to a few common medical conditions. You might not realize that. The Cleveland Clinic put together a list of home remedies. Among them, apple cider vinegar and honey. My wife loves that one. They can be used to treat sore throats. Also, when it comes to digestive issues, we're being polite here, bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. Cranberry juice helps with urinary tract infections, and there's not enough data yet, but researchers are finding that pickle juice can be good for hangovers. Write that down. Speaking of food, do you really know what you are eating? Reporter Janae Norman has more on the future of food labeling.
When you're making that grocery run, who's got time to read? But those nutrition labels, the part of the food packaging to which so many of us don't pay enough heed, has some pretty important information. Calories, serving sizes, and how much sugar and fat we're getting. This information is so important that the FDA plans to make these labels more readable and easy to understand, but it looks like that plan may have just hit a snag. This week, the FDA deciding that manufacturers should be allowed more time to comply. So the new labels intended for rollout next year have now been delayed indefinitely. It's a move that has some consumer groups crying foul, and it's left some manufacturers who implemented these labels early concerned. Fortunately, no matter the format of the label, consumers should remember that all packaged food has printed nutritional information in one form or another. Bottom line, there's no good excuse not to take that extra few seconds in the grocery store aisle to scan this label and find out what you're really putting in your mouth. With this Medical Minute, I'm Janae Norman.
Suncoast police and firefighters working to save lives in different ways. The boots versus badges wrapped up yesterday outside Sarasota Police Headquarters. Every donor who gave blood was able to vote for firefighters or law enforcement. Big battle there. The goal to collect the most blood. That's a good bottom line. All blood donations go to the Suncoast Blood Bank, which in turn gives the blood to local medical centers and hospitals. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a fast food chain thinks its sandwich is out of this world. We'll explain, and also we'll update the local headlines.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
For years, I've told everyone my Craftmatic adjustable bed was the greatest until I got the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has an adjustable pillow feature that's awesome. You're gonna want one too when you see how little they cost.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest, bedside power plugs, underbed night lights, and more. Available in all mattress types with optional heat and soothing massage for as much as half the price of Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. Adjust the rising pillow feature to help align your head, neck, and shoulders. See for yourself with our 30-day in-home trial. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-237-0214. That's 1-800-237-0214. Call 1-800-237-0214. Call now.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it.
My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Welcome back. Checking local headlines now. The Siesta Drive Bridge, the North Bridge, is reopened right now. A serious crash on the bend at Heigl resulted in several serious injuries last night. And Arundira Walenda will hang above Niagara Falls by her teeth. She'll do it in the 5th year anniversary of her husband's stunt 5 years ago over a wire. KFC wants to launch its spicy Zinger chicken sandwich into outer space by using a high-altitude balloon. If all goes well, the sandwich will stay in space for at least 4 days. The launch window opens June 21st. And whoever had that publicity idea for KFC deserves a raise.
Yes, I mean, it certainly made our news.
That's the goal.
It's kind of a weird concept, though.
Yeah, free advertising.
I guess you'd be looking up there and thinking about a floating chicken zinger.
Yes. We'll have more zingers next hour here. Also, John's updated forecast and local news headlines after this. Stay with us.